that. Oh my God, Robert does some of the sickest fucking licks I've ever heard him do in that song right there, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus. You too, that little fucking that noodly thing at the end right there.
Yeah, I remember when we wrote that, like RJ was like doing something, and I was like, I need this.
It's
one.
so necessary.
No, I don't want to give away anything, but I think that's super cool. Who is featured on this song?
Oh yeah. Absolutely ecstatic about it.
Yeah.
Very stoked.
Whose idea was it?
Mine.
Okay.
I wrote a part.
Take it you're a fan of them.
Oh God, yeah. I wrote the part, right, and then he got it, heard it, and was like, okay, I really like this. I really like these words, and I really like these words, but I'm a fucks with these words. So the whole first part and the whole last part are my words, and to know that he thought my words were good enough, it was like...
Yeah, that was sick.
Validation right there.
Yeah, because when you want to feature, like, you sent him something that you had written just in case he didn't like have time to like mess with it on his own. But we were like, we'd love for you to actually write to it, and he was able to do both. And
came through hard.
Awesome. He throws a lot of words in his
man.
songs, so
it's like a rap verse. He's had some tweet about it after he sent it to us, and you know, again, without giving it away, but he like tweeted that he had just done like a rap feature or something. I can't remember exactly what he said.
It was like a rap style.
Like
I'm so stoked on how it came out or something like that. It was great.
Gotta tag him.
He's a great dude.
Yeah.
Take us on tour.
Please, God.
Right?
We never stop.
That would be a big jump right there.
Right. Out the gate.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Oh, well, I guess go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
Oh, what's up? I'm Jason Mitchell. I sing and do the screamy thing for a band called Valleys out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
I'm Fred Durst, and I'm Will Shue, and I play guitar. The Git Fiddle in the same band, Valleys.
When did you guys start writing for this album?
For this album? Well, it's a funny story, actually. Okay, so
do we have a name? Do you want to drop a name yet or not?
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. For the
Yeah,
it'll be out by Fearless is
Fearless.
the title of the
Okay.
album. I'll let you explain that if you want to.
Okay, so I think it was like right after our tour for Experiment 1 Asylum, we were sitting in a parking lot of a mall, and we were like, hey, we need to start writing something, and that's when we decided to do the no wait, that wasn't the Experiment 1 Asylum tour, that was the No Mercy tour 2017.
So we had like written kind of like before that. We had started
we wrote a whole album worth of shit, and then we're like, but this is so subpar.
Yeah.
So we trashed it all and like recycled, I think it was like a couple of riffs out of the whole thing, and just trashed all of it.
I think that's awesome, actually. Like, I know it sounds it's terrible to do in the moment, but like, because like, there's something, because it's what I do where I'm like sitting there, I'm like, that's okay-ish. I'm like, nah, trash it. If it's not, if I don't immediately think like that's good, then it's trash. Get rid of it.
Basically,
if I'm like listening to a song for a month and it's not good anymore, like it's definitely not gonna stand out. Like
longevity is definitely important in your writing.
Yeah. So we had like 10 whole songs, and we were like, not gonna cut it, because we were trying. I mean, we were trying to do all these things that we're doing now. I think we can give away like everything, because this will air. Yeah, so we were trying to get signed to a label like Tragic Hero, which like that was a huge goal of like writing this album. Like it had to be to that standard. So 10 songs later we were like, fuck those, rework it. We all, instead, when we wrote the original 10, it was like me and RJ kind of like in my room, like making riffs in Cubase and like sending it and being like, okay, we're doing the arrangements. But then, for the ones that made the cut, we were all 5 in the same room and everybody was contributing ideas. Like he was saying when we were just listening to the songs, like there's a piece of everybody in every song, which is awesome. So, yeah, super proud of it. And
are we looking 10 tracks? 10 then?
It's 10 like full songs, 12 tracks. 2 of the tracks are kind of like like kind of segue. Yeah.
I love instrumental interludes.
Yeah, well, we got 2 of those. So.
There we go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They're good too. One of them's really feelsy and really emotional. So, and it builds into like probably the heaviest sequence on the album too. So it's a really good transition, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay, so do you know when are we looking? I don't know if you got a release date.
We got a release date.
Yeah.
A
So
lot of
it's
stuff.
coming out on October 11th.
Dude, it's supposed to be October 17th.
No,
It's my birthday.
it's the 11th. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
we'll shout you out at the show, man. Come to the show. The
Guys,
show is going to
you
be
know,
at City Bar in Raleigh on October 11th.
Just posted it yesterday. It is official. The release show will be at City Bar Raleigh. Come out October 11th. It's gonna be like, I think it's like $12 a head or something like that.
It's affordable.
It's affordable. That's the point. It's affordable. It's there. It's going to be great. We've got As Oceans. We've got Unicron. We've got Heirloom. And the newcomers, Discerner. Boy, it's going to be a night to remember.
It's going to be heavy, man.
It's a good show.
It's
great.
It's a real good show.
Awesome stacked, man.
It's so stacked.
Really stoked about playing with all this, man. That's going to be awesome.
I think I saw you guys with Unicron at King's.
That was their release show.
Yeah, that
also
was
a great show.
That was a fun ass show.
Yeah, I love King's, man.
Yeah.
Except their stairs. King's, if you're listening, being upstairs is unfortunate.
Give me an elevator. You know, come on.
Hauling, the probably 200-pound road case. I don't know how much it weighs. Probably not 200 pounds. But it's heavy as fuck, and it's really big. And carrying that upstairs by yourself is a chore.
You play Kemper, right?
That's RJ. I'm an Axe FX guy.
Okay.
I'm stuck in 2013. But you know what? I'm staying by it.
That's
Axe
fine.
FX.
Fine. Metalcore was at its peak.
I'm an Axe FX guy. You know what? Yeah. Periphery. I'm not a huge Periphery guy, but they are like the gear gods, and they're still in Axe FX. So that's my excuse.
No, I was gonna say because I know Blackblade has a Kemper.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if you guys recorded off that or something.
No, RJ and Nick have their own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't know how I feel about Kempers, but
they're sick. I mean,
if you tone it right, then they can sound good.
Yeah.
If you tone it wrong,
I mean, you're using. I mean, yeah. If you don't know what you're doing with a real amp, then you're not going to know what you're doing with a Kemper. Yeah. I'll if you like buying German, then do what you want. I'm going to buy American Fractal. I'm gonna go to Google real quick and make sure that is an American company. But I think it is.
Okay, October 11th.
October 11th release date. Yeah, we just announced on Thursday. Released Bunkatsu, announced that we were signed to Tragic Hero. Announced the release date.
Oh, you did. You are signed.
We are signed to Tragic Hero Records.
Fuck! Congratulations, guys! Hell yeah!
Super sick, man. It's super exciting. They're great people. They're
great people.
Really helping us a lot to hone in on everything we need to.
Yeah. It's a great fit too.
Yeah.
Like musically.
Where are they out of? Like,
so Tommy, the CEO, founder, is from Raleigh. They're based in Cleveland, Ohio right now, but it started in Raleigh, so it's kind of a like a full circle.
Welcome home, Tragic Hero.
Right.
do they got anyone else on there I would recognize?
And Animate, they had Era for Augment.
Era's
that
alum.
That first good stuff from Era.
Yeah. The after image before they went deathcore.
Yeah, the after image. They had not Icy Stars, freaking a Skylit Drive. I'm sorry, I always get those names mixed up. They sound so similar.
Alisana, obviously, was like the OG, like yeah. He is Legend, I guess. Yeah, man, plenty of names. It's super high quality stuff they got going on in there.
How is that whole process? Because like I have absolutely no clue what it's like to shop for a record label. So how's that whole thing?
So
because you said you were looking back in 2017.
Yeah, so well, I mean, so looking like right. What I really mean is just like it was a goal to get signed. Like we all had been in the music game, playing for years and years, and we were like, we got this is it. We got to make something happen like right now and be really serious about it and make moves. And so that was just kind of like a vague goal. You kind of have to.
You write it down on a piece of paper, you stick it on the wall, and then.
Right. Well, then once you do that, it's a goal that's harder to achieve, like without other people coming into your world. So we were lucky enough to work with a producer named Travis Hare, who sings and screams in Unicron, who's an awesome dude, and he kind of hooked us up with.
Screams, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah.
5.
Yeah, you obviously remember Knives Exchanging Hands, so like,
No.
he's gonna hate me for bringing that name up, maybe, but.
Dude, I got here. I've only been here for a few years. I'm from Iowa.
Oh, Iowa. You guys have Slipknot.
Oh,
I don't know if I can name it.
I mean, but do you need another one? Do you need another one?
We do.
That's true.
Do you really?
We have 4 today.
Slipknot's still going.
For a minute, we had 4 today.
4 today was fun.
That's true.
Sioux City. It's where I went to. Oh, I didn't have a shirt on. It's where I went to college.
Word. Okay. That's what's up. What do you think of North Carolina so far?
I love North Carolina. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going back to.
Yeah. Well, you say we, then you mean NC. We embrace it.
Yeah. No, I've only been in music for like 2 years now.
Oh, word? Are you learning a lot?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the curve.
You're pretty.
The curve is a little dramatic.
You're pretty wedged in there for someone who's so new.
I mean, I legitimately had never been in a band before I even moved here.
Oh man.
I had never been to. I'd been to shows, but like touring shows, and then I think I'd been to one local show back in Iowa because my buddy.
That's wild.
My buddy from high school, his brother was like the screamer in a band. But there was only one band where I'm from. So
right, it was kind of
few and far between.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's cool, man. Yeah, we got a big there's a lot of bands on the come up around here, man. Like it's really reviving itself in a big way. It's awesome to see.
North Carolina's scene, hands down, man. You guys are gnarly.
Yeah. There's so many sick bands, man. After like the brewery shut down, that was like just a local tragedy.
Yeah.
You weren't here when it happened, but that was very sad. And
the way everyone talks about it, I can tell.
Yeah, and so like venues kind of closed down and kind of died for a while. But there's so many bands coming up now, bringing it back. It's really cool.
So you guys have been a band something like 10 years?
Not that long, okay.
How old do you think I am?
I can't tell.
I'm just kidding.
All right,
legitimately, I can't tell.
I'm 36.
Really?
How old's Fred Durst?
Fucking not.
45, come on.
I'm 28.
26.
He's 26. Valleys has been a band since 2013, the end of 2013.
Okay. So basically 10 years.
But not that long,
dude.
dude.
I round up.
What year is it? Damn.
We're not that old, man.
I don't know what day it is.
Up to 1999 was like just yesterday, right?
The schedule says I need to be here at this time, so I'm here at this time.
Right. Days blend together. It's all the same.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a fun ride, man. There's been a lot of crap go down. There's been a lot of good times, a lot of bad times. But honestly, like, at the end of the day, I don't think there's another band on my way here that has been as big of a part of my life. This being in this band has really changed me as a person. I've been in this band now for 5-6 years now, and it's like I'm a completely different person versus who I was when I first joined. I mean, like, I used to drink like a fifth a night, and party and do all kinds of crazy mess. And I mean, while that was fun, you know, I'm pretty happy with my sober life now. And it's really great being able to walk straight and not puke every morning. You know?
Yeah, that's a big one.
But yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience, dude.
So were you guys both like founding members?
No.
Joined?
No. So I joined in April of 2014. It was right after they had released their first album, Reborn. That's the EP. You can find it pretty much everywhere. So I joined because their singer found something else to do. Basically, I love you, Chaz. If you ever hear this, he found something else to do. So I came in, and I actually came in to try out for guitar. And RJ was trying to teach me our song Reconcile, and he just looked at me, looked at my fingers and my face, and he was like, nope, not it. And I felt so discouraged, man. So about that time, Mikey comes up to me and he's like, hey man, we kind of need a singer too, man. You wanna try out for that? That's kind of your forte, right? And I was like, hell yeah. So I tried out for that, and you know what happened? They said no. Straight seen me out, okay? Come back, I think it was like a couple of days later, Mikey gave me a call. He was like, look man, I think I jumped the gun. I think I'm the only one that didn't like it. I'm like, you're the other vocalist. You kind of mattered the most, alright? But he was like, no, come back, try it out. Here's what I want to hear. And he was like, just put some more grunge in your voice. And, you know, I did at that practice, and then I didn't care after that.
Yeah.
So... yeah.
You got the job.
Yeah, I got the job.
Now I'm going to do this the way
my
I
way.
want it. Oh, I know the feeling.
Absolutely. Well, I did it my way. Yeah, dude. And then, like, I think it was after Experiment One Asylum, we did a 22-day tour across the East and Midwest of the United States. And when we got back, our guitarist, Brandon Skurlark, he quit. And he's now in Croesus. Right? Yeah, they're doing fucking great, man.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking love those boys.
Yeah,
but
he rips, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
His banjo pick,
dude. Kill it, son. Kill it, son. But nah, so our friend Damien Hasbun, he got us in touch with.
How do you remember that shit?
Because I just have a really good memory, man.
Yeah, man. I was jamming with. They're like a band again, I think.
Are they really?
That's the. I don't know if I should say any of that. Swarm King is a band that's coming out, and that's this was long before Kevin. So this was like 2016, and I was jamming with those guys, and it just wasn't the right like musical fit. You just heard the songs. I'm a super fucking noodly guy. Like,
I've heard what they got going on now too.
Yeah,
and I don't think that would.
Right, it wasn't the right fit. It totally wasn't. But it was like a cool, like we're still cool. Like those guys are still friends, you know. So it's all good. And when Skurlark left, Damien like called me like that day, and he was like, "Yeah, I just like hit up Robert," and I told him I was like, "You guys got to get Will," like, and I was like, "That's flattering, but like we'll see what happens." And I just kind of hit up Robert and RJ and was like, "Hey, you know what's going on?" Ended up going to the storage unit for practice, and I had learned like not all of, but I learned like 5 songs or so.
In a week, y'all. In a week, he learned 5 songs by ear in a fucking week.
Yeah, I mean, they're not that hard to play. Skurlark and RJ. No, I'm just kidding.
Got him.
Oh, ouch. Just kidding. No, they actually were hard to learn, but I really wanted to join this band, so I worked really tirelessly for a week learning those songs and showed up to practice, and then here we are. I don't know.
Shit happens, dude.
Yeah, 3 years later, I'm still here, I guess. I'm still just showing up to practice. Like, what's up? I'm still here, guys.
Hey guys, I got a new one for you.
Right.
You said you and RJ are like, or at least were primary songwriters, and then kind of.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't really know how does that ever happen in a band? You know, like a lot of.
It's just whatever happens.
Yeah, it's like a lot of bands like. Yeah, let me know if you're empty.
What?
Let me know if you're empty.
Oh, I'm good. Dude.
Okay.
I do have to drive.
Okay, sure. Yeah, a lot of bands, you know, like.
Well,
yeah.
We got time.
We're good, man. What was I saying? Yeah, a lot of bands like kind of have a designated songwriter, like Veil of Maya. Mark, I think, just mostly does the arrangements and the riffs. Like he comes up with riffs and arrangements and sends them to everybody, and they learn it. You know, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn there, but I think that's what happens in that band and a lot of other bands. You know,
real quick, Nick as our guitarist. He gets mad at me when I describe Veil of Maya as a genteel fit for a king.
That's accurate, though.
That's not. Yeah, exactly, I can't disagree.
He gets mad at me about.
But that's totally accurate.
Right? Thank you.
Is it like insulting to be fit for a king or something?
Fit for a king is awesome.
Well, he just likes Veil of Maya more than Fit for a King. So he thinks that.
I mean, I might as well, but Fit for a King
is a more metalcore version of Veil of Maya. I'm like, yeah, but Fit for a King's better.
Yeah, but if you count the crowd surfers at their shows, Fit for a King might have the upper hand.
Well, that's because they're gnarly. Look, if I want emotionally charged fucking metal music, metalcore, I'll go with Fit for a King. If I want some technicality with a side of melody and pizzazz,
some weird,
then I'll go with Veil of Maya,
dude. Issues in there.
Yeah,
dude, I remember
because Lucas is killer. I don't know how he sustains his voice.
He is
like that shit's hard.
Fit for a King goes hard live though, man. We played a show with them on it. And Julia, my wife to be soon, was like, I gotta go in, and she was like, pick me up, and she like crowd surfed like the whole way through like a whole song. They go really hard live, so I cannot hate on Fit for a King.
But anyway, songwriting.
Yeah, we get off track, man.
Oh, that's often.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's what my point was. Like, I don't know how it ever becomes designated to anybody in any band, but like RJ would just come over to my house where I was living in Durham at the time, and we would just open up the computer and get tracks going in Cubase, and he'd be like, I have this riff, and I'd be like, oh sick, I have that riff, and it goes, we're just gonna force them together. We're just gonna force them together. And I think that's why a little bit of it,
out how to make it work along the way.
Yeah, right, exactly. I feel like that's why a lot of those songs ended up being scrapped, because maybe that natural chemistry hadn't developed yet since I hadn't been in the band.
I was about to say that long. Probably. What have you been, like a year in the band at that point?
Yeah, something like that, right?
How long had they been writing before?
They had not.
Well, I mean,
he had like maybe half a song.
Oh, okay. So there really wasn't a writing style at that point.
Right. I mean, it was definitely a period of like transition for sure. So when I came in, it was like, we kind of reset and we're like, okay, what are the goals? And like I said, we wanted to make a really good album that propelled the band to like new heights. So we just kind of had to figure out how to do it along the way, So we would just get together and just Frankenstein riffs together. And I think that's why like I said, that natural chemistry just hadn't quite developed yet. So we ended up, after we kind of decided that all the songs we put together, just the two of us were like not going to cut it. We ended up saying, okay, well, like these riffs were like really cool. We want to keep those. And then we ended up saying, all right, we're going to all meet up for practice every single week at Robert's house, who's our drummer, and just crank it out and figure it out. And so it was like every song was kind of like we would start it and be like, this is how it starts, and then we just figure out the flow. And
go on a journey.
Yeah, right. Let it be natural rather than letting it be rather than being like I came up with this riff and you came up with that riff and we're just gonna.
Did you guys write the album from like an album stance or from more of like a single stance, like the songs on it?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's a good
kind of
If
wrote.
you were too instrumental, I feel like you wrote it from an album stance.
We just kind of wrote.
So I'll say this: we knew it was going to be a full length album because we had conversations about an EP, and we all figured out that all 5 of us were like, "Fucking EP, we make full lengths, like let's go." Like, so we knew we were going to make an album, but like each song kind of could be a single. Like when you hear the album, that'll make sense, but it's like,
well, no, I mean it's an album of singles. That's I think about that with like the Ghost Inside. The Ghost Inside is every single song is a single.
I hope they come back, but
in catchiness and that it could probably be used as a single, yes, but there is a unifying theme.
Yeah. No, I think that there should definitely be a theme. But like, I'm talking more when you specifically like choose not to do something with a song to fit the album over the song specifically.
Oh, did we do any of that?
I don't know, man. It's definitely not it's not like a concept album per se, but there are thematic elements and like motifs throughout. That was my $10 word of the day.
Subliminal shit. It's all there's some subliminal shit in there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
In the art, in the lyrics, in stuff like that. I don't think I would consider it a concept album either, though.
You know, I was just because I was thinking about that. I'm more of a like, let's just write the best individual song that we can come up with. And then let's figure out where to put that in an album.
Definitely musically, that's how it went. Yeah. Including like, I mean, I think even lyrically, that's how it went. I don't want to speak for you, but
I don't know, man. I just kind of get on a subject and write and make brain sound pretty. that's the extent of my thought process when I go into writing lyrics. Make brain sound pretty.
Yeah. So, did you in that post? It's okay. So the first, I'm gonna butcher how to pronounce this. How do I pronounce the first single?
It's called Bunkatsu.
Bunkatsu.
That is Japanese for.
It is Japanese. It's not Bukkake.
You can.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
You can joke about that. We have a great sense of humor though.
That'd be a great music video.
Yeah. Oh, good lord! That's already been made. Just overdone.
Just take the music and put it.
Brutal. So metal. It means it's Japanese for division.
It actually is a direct translation for split, but loosely it's like divide. So Bunkatsu. That's how you pronounce it.
Bunkatsu. I'm gonna try to not do an
definitely not Bukkake.
Asian accent when I do it. It is terrible. It's not racist. I'm just trying
really hard.
That was like kind of actually a reason why it's titled in another language. That I think, the pre-order designs are out. So you've seen the shirt that has the album title in multiple languages. That's a huge theme of the album.
Here,
like,
if you haven't seen it, I can show you.
Is this on Facebook?
No, it's not.
No. It's going to be. It's released
this is in my.
When this airs last Thursday.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the time frame of this is about as fucked as the time frame in my head right now.
I know. I'm trying to like make sure I'm not like giving things away, but I think everything's out at this point. So we have the the t-shirt
that
design.
Logo is on the back, dude. So this is the shirt with the multi-language design. Feel free to like zoom in and shit if you want to. That's fine.
Right.
How many?
Every
language?
There's a lot of
every main language.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like every single language on there, but we tried to hit a lot of main big hitters. I like that, though. But yeah, that's like the point of the song. That's a big theme on the album. Like, there's obviously a lot of like divide among on social issues and just people in general these days. You know, particularly with the rise of social media, it gives them a platform to speak their mind however they want to, which is great. But they use that to kind of define their personality and let it, make them not want to associate with people that might disagree with them.
Isn't it funny how like the whole point of social media is to connect?
Right, exactly.
But it's just dividing us further.
Like you just said it, exactly.
This division,
Exactly. So people
definitely have working on a song about that. Yeah, I don't like social media. So,
right. I mean, no one. I don't think
bad about it.
It's a necessary evil for us, unfortunately.
Exactly.
It's I mean, for promotion, it's what you have to do because that's what people are using to access media these days. But it's. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure anyone genuinely likes it anymore. I think a lot of it is attention seeking and. It's a fun thing among your friends. Like if you're posting a picture of, I just took this fun trip. Like here's a sweet picture we took, and that's fun. But like when people start getting into the political issues and maybe religious issues or something like it, they let that type of stuff completely overwhelm and define who they are as a person, like in total. And so it makes you not. It makes you instantly like enemies for some reason with people that think differently when really like we should all just be having conversations about this.
I've never understood the complete, maybe it's like the rebel in me or something, but like I've never understood the complete I'm going to call it complete obedience with like political groups. Or like this is the way,
I think I know what you're saying.
I believe everything or like I have to support
right
them. And I'm like, I don't feel that way at
right
all.
You can believe whatever you want. Right, just because you would like consider yourself left leaning or right leaning. Exactly. People tend to just be like, okay, I side like with the right on this one issue, therefore I adopt all of their beliefs. Like
because you can't be wrong, because if you ever support the other side, you're immediately
wrong to the
opposite.
Wrong,
So you can't ever like be that.
Exactly.
Catch-22, man.
Exactly.
That's
anyway.
That's like the big theme of that song. Exactly. Yeah, and that's why we play heavy metal and headbang and mosh together, all shapes and races and sizes and colors and whatever. We're all gonna headbang together to that song. So
absolutely.
That's what it's about.
Fuck all the bullshit, man. I want to see everybody out there fucking. Just killing it, having a good fucking time, man. You are not here forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, live your fucking life, man. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Let's get it right.
Country song right now?
No, I'm just saying.
And there
is that a country song?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my god.
Dude, I told you,
I'm here for a good time, not a long time, son.
Yeah, that's Southern.
Get ready to get your get fiddle.
Dude, that Southern vocal line in Bunkatsu, embrace it. Just embrace it.
I hate it. Oh my god.
Embrace it. It's here to stay.
Have you released the song titles yet? Are you going to, or?
No.
They'll be. I'm not sure.
Just
the artwork will be.
The artwork will be released, but the song titles are going to be probably in like something
sure.
pressy.
Yeah, maybe we'll hold that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm really big on how to, I guess, promote, but like how you're going about, because like I think where you guys are at right now is perfect, where you're in this process of like, okay, you just got signed, you are releasing an album, you're in this process of promoting yourself, and I'm really interested in how you're going about it, how like, because I'd like to follow that to see, okay, what can you gain from this type thing?
So like it's really stressful, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's kind of nerve-wracking because it being our first experience with a label, we don't really know what's going we're just kind of handling it as it comes.
Right. I mean, Jason and I are the managers of the band, so we're interfacing with the the crew that works at Tragic Hero like every day almost, which is awesome because they're very attentive and helpful.
It also makes you feel a bit important.
Which is not.
Which is
very nice.
Very nice.
Which is nice, but it's also not true. Because we're not important. But
have they been like almost guiding you guys, like telling you, okay, like do this or like giving you direction?
If we
Very
need
much.
advice,
yeah, very much so.
They're totally here for the fucking product, man. Like,
I mean, our goals are all the same.
Yeah,
with
the goals are all the same.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying that they're, like, just here for the product.
I mean, they're trying to make money. They're a business.
But they are here for the band, too. Like us as people.
Yeah, I think
they care what's going on.
Yeah. Not every label would be like that.
I don't think every label would be like that.
Yeah, they're very... They care
hey, my
what
cat's
we
gonna
think.
drink your beer.
Oh, what's up, dude? Nice try.
Hey, is that got orange in it? It looks citrusy. I'm sorry.
It's kind of citrus haziness.
Yeah, let's not let her drink it. Happening. Citrus is not good for kiddos.
Well, yeah, not every label is going to be always 100% supportive of artistic and creative decisions. I think. Well, I don't know that for a fact, but it seems like that. Like, it seems like a lot of labels might be like, oh, you're writing some really weird stuff. Too. Yeah, like maybe more pop.
Depends on the push that they... Because I think if a major label took interest in you and saw, like, oh, we think we can mold them into something, they might take you and try to mold you into something where they can cash you out quick.
Does that really happen, or is that a myth?
100%.
I mean, we all think it happens for sure. Yeah, it seems like it happens.
If there's something popular that they can see, we can take this band that we can put little investment in and just burn them out real quick and just cash out money from them. Of course that will happen.
I think what we don't know is how it happens. Like, is it a very direct label representative coming to band saying, you guys need to write literally Taylor Swift songs right now. Is it like that, or is it more of kind of like you ease it along and kind of guide them into this path, and
you think that's
which seems really manipulative, but
no.
What'd you say?
You think that's what happened with Bring Me the Horizon?
I think
that seemed more natural.
I think they chose, because if you look at the way that it went, I think Aldi probably had a specific, like, I'm sure they were all into, like, the music that they're making now. I'm sure they were into that as kids.
Yeah. Maybe they just didn't know how to make it yet.
They chose to go down this lane because they could make it down that lane. And they liked it at the time. Yeah. And then they just progressed. They got older and they're like, oh, we don't really want to make this music.
Right.
We want to make more of this.
That seems...
I'll probably want to do other things eventually.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you think?
Dude, I think that's happening.
There's a point where Dro's just like, fuck, dude, can you give me a break? Just 5-minute break. And you're like,
it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, man. I mean, there's always going to be some type of sacrifice.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, I've gotten comfortable enough to learn how to do it without it really taking too much out of me. It's minimal.
Oh, I'll fucking tear my vocal cords up.
Oh, dude, don't
I'll
do that.
tear it up.
Don't do that.
I go hard.
Jesus. That would suck. Dude, I can't imagine the pain.
So many times. I'm the worst.
Dude, it takes me back to my early years.
I don't have to worry about the next day. All I gotta do is get through tonight. And I'm like, alright, we're good.
There's never a next day. That's funny.
It's all one day. Every bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all just a big day. Life. It's
just
one day.
Alright,
where are we going here?
Alright, so we got album October 11th. Got 12 tracks.
12 tracks.
EP release, or not EP, album release show.
It's gonna be lit.
Lit at City Bar. Where is City Bar?
It's a new spot.
It's.
I have
new.
not been yet. I'm excited about it though. It looks very nice. It's, we had scheduling, things come up, and we were trying to book. It wasn't necessarily like where we went first, but then when we saw this venue, we were like, "Oh, that's the place for sure if we can get it."
Do they do metal?
They do now.
Okay, I was like,
they're about to. They're about to be like, "Hey, a lot of people just showed up. We can make some money."
That's the thing. It's like I've never heard City Bar.
I do think it is in reality, it's a pretty new spot.
Okay.
So I saw on their schedule definitely some country stuff going on there, which is fine. I mean, hey, Arizona Pete's has mad metal shows all the time, which are great, and they have a Electric Bull. Like, what more could you want from a venue? Yeah, so that's what I saw on their schedule. It wasn't very full around the time that we were booking, so that's what makes me. That's another thing, just being new. I think people are finding out about this place. I'm sure it's normally like on a non-music night that they probably make a lot of money just from people going to the bar and hanging out. Yeah, it's like right on Dawson Street, I think, in Raleigh.
Yeah, they make money off drunk people.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you guys have a big push planned for that album? Where, tour? Are we talking?
Can't give all that away yet, but
so yes,
possibly.
We're working on it. Don't rush us.
In the works.
Slow and steady wins the race. Maybe a little bit.
Who is booking your shows?
Me.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you planning on getting a manager, or you guys?
We have. You're talking to them.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I mean, someone that can
do it besides us.
Well,
I don't know. I like being hands-on, man.
I know.
I think we're.
I love the idea of being one, because I like control, so that's a problem. But no, I like being in charge of it because I think it makes you invest more into the band. But I think that there's a level where you will reach a level to where you need to go and get outside help. You need to get someone
I hope we reach that level.
Yeah, eventually, yeah,
for sure.
Hopefully.
I do know what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, for now, so far so good. We're able to maintain things, but yeah, I agree. It'd be nice to
be able to focus on the music.
That's
right,
cool.
exactly. Yeah.
Focus on the music, but also focus on just we all have jobs. We all have this life
for sure
that we are also trying to do with the music, where there are people that are dedicated to just booking, just managing bands.
Yeah, but you have to pay those people. You don't have to pay us.
Yeah,
right, and that's the idea.
Saying, but I think that there's a level. I think that you can get to.
Well, you reach a level where that person is taking a percentage of what kind of revenue the band is generating, and if we're at a level where that's a really reasonable amount of money for someone to be gleaning off a project like that, then that means we're generating a lot of revenue, which is a great level to be at.
Well, I think that there's a limit to where don't get me wrong, maybe you're you can be great at booking and you can be great at managing a band and everything, so maybe you can do it, but I think that there's a level where you are the artist, and to get to that next level you need outside help to come in and help you.
Yeah.
Which is the same concept of getting a record label.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Obviously, you take it one step at a time. If you don't need the manager, you don't.
Right, it's kind of
a manager if they're not helping.
Right.
Right. I mean, it's you gotta do what you can. You gotta do what you're financially able to do at the time. So right now it's working for us.
Yeah,
Jason and I are managers, So I do want to drill that into people's heads for the time being, because that gives us the authority to say things, to talk to promoters and things like that. So, you know, I'm happy to do it right now. But yeah, I agree. But, you know, if you reach a certain level where, you know, you say manager's taking like 10% of whatever you're making from shows and albums, you know, who knows how the numbers would work, but like, you know, if that's enough to help sustain them, then that means, you know, we're doing pretty well. So
plus, who's making money right now?
That'd be great, right?
Who's really making money right now? Like,
hopefully everybody
in music.
Well, like in the local scene.
Like, zero people.
Yeah, none of us
making
make
money.
any money.
Yeah, that's what I'm
we're
saying.
all.
You mean from the music, right? Yeah, like zero people.
You mean from making music.
Look, I say we storm the instrument places because they're the ones making the money. The people who sell the instruments.
Guitar Center? No, they're not.
Yeah,
They're going
they are.
out of business.
No, I mean the people who like make the instruments.
Oh, you're talking about like...
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because like
I
I disagree. Like Fender just had to bail out Gibson, so like they're not making any money either. It's all a struggle. Yeah, listen to our album. Please buy it.
Seriously.
Pre-order it. It's a cool shirt, man.
No, fuck, I'm gonna mess with it. How do I say it again?
Bunkatsu.
Bunkatsu. It's because every time I want to say Bukaki.
Oh my god.
It's not you, it's my brother.
You've been hanging out at
My
Black
brother
Place too
said
much or
Bukaki
something.
all
Like
the time for a year straight. Bukatsu comes out. It'll be out by now.
it's out. It's out right now.
Right.
It's on
Very good
Spotify, Apple
song.
Music, everywhere.
Everywhere
It's
you
every
can
place.
Apple fuck. Yeah.
What show? Do you got any shows coming up? Like besides the album release?
Also, cannot give that away just yet. But yes,
But yeah,
that's a really weird answer.
no, it's nice. It's
But,
it's a little mysterious. It's
Yeah,
good.
mysterious
You
enough.
gotta
Yes,
follow.
you got to
Where can they
follow
find
us. Follow us on Twitter. Everything is at Valleys NC.
Everything.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Our website is www.valleysnc.net.
Yeah. Go there.
Who does the website?
We do.
Yeah. Do you have because I'm interested on this too. This comes back to like the promotion and like being able to like almost track your fans.
Yeah.
That sounds weird, but I like the idea of getting their email address. You know, so that way because Facebook sucks.
Facebook does suck.
Facebook sucks. Instagram's going to turn to Facebook.
But also people don't check their email either, so
That's true.
it's kind of a fuck
Yeah.
situation, you know.
I mean,
They
check
might,
my-
you know.
I check my emails.
I check my email.
Depends
too.
on like a lot of people have like a work email and like a
Yeah.
personal email. It depends on which one. Like you check your work email like every day, but you might not.
Or you might have like 4 different emails.
Yeah, or you're just a psycho, just glutton for punishment, and you have 4 emails. Yeah, that sounds miserable. But
But no, because I was thinking.
Are you
about
that
how
guy?
to- No.
You got
I
4
have-
emails, dude. This guy's got 4 emails.
I have got 4. Actually, 'cause I'm thinking
dude,
about
there's
how-
this thing called
yeah,
10minutemail.com, and it will delete your address after after it's served its purpose in 10 minutes.
Well, none of
It's
mine
gone
are that,
forever.
though. None of mine are that. One of them is YouTube because for some reason I have a separate YouTube here. I don't know why. Then I have
Okay.
my personal one.
Okay.
I have one for the podcast. I have 5 then because I have one for the band that no one knows about.
Yeah, see, this is why people miss emails, man. That's what I'm
And then
saying.
I
Yeah.
have one for work.
I know you don't check all 4 or 5 of those every
I
day.
never check my work one because that shit does not matter.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's the one I should probably be checking. No, but I was wondering because like you can put like little stickies in on the website page and get people's
Right.
email address that we can spam them. Yeah.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, we do have a mailing list, so if you guys are interested in that, you can sign up at our website.
Sign up for our mailing list.
Yeah, man.
Do
or
it!
just follow us on Twitter and
Instagram,
yeah, follow us for the music.
Snapchat!
Stay for the dad jokes.
Tumblr,
Oh, dad jokes.
We have a lot of
Facebook!
dad jokes on our Twitter. I run our Twitter, so there's a
Okay.
lot of dad jokes.
all the
I
stuff.
love dad jokes. I
Yeah.
love dad jokes.
Well, follow us on Twitter then.
I don't have Twitter.
You're gonna have a great time. It
I
doesn't
don't-
just make one. You just use one of the
No.
5 emails you just rattled
No,
off.
I won't do it.
Are you gonna be able okay to go to work like that?
I got beer in my eye.
What do you do for that?
I work at a hospital.
Oh God. Are you a receptionist? Or are you the guy sticking people with needles?
Dude, I'm the one doing surgery. Come on. You kidding me?
Rocket surgery.
You serious? No way.
I'm a doctor.
Dude.
Did you not know that?
No, fuck
No, I'm not a fucking doctor.
Oh, you fucking
25. I
come
can't
on,
be a doctor
man.
right now.
You can totally be a doctor. I wouldn't
What
know.
is the,
How am I supposed to
You'd
know?
have to be like 28, I think.
You just like you just got.
I mean, there's no age requirement. You could be a prodigy, but there's a lot of school. There's a lot of school.
Yeah.
What is the? You are something, right? Like, what's the broccoli? We're on broccoli and breakdowns. What is the broccoli? Obviously, we get the breakdowns. What is the broccoli?
Yeah. You
Explain the broccoli.
Okay, so
I've got some broccoli.
Someone said that to me the other day.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I had never heard it described as that. But
Chopped broccoli.
I am really big into nutrition. That's like one of the things I went to school for.
Dude, I'm into fitness and shit. Let's talk about it.
Dude,
You look like
this is way.
I see your arms.
We don't have time for that podcast. Not tonight, anyway.
It'll be a special.
Shit. Okay, we can do another one.
No, I like broccoli is the best vegetable. It's not even a question.
Dude, I'm about to eat broccoli tonight.
Broccoli is the best.
It's gonna be
vegetable.
great.
I need to hit. I need to make sure. I need to see if someone can bring me some broccoli tonight for work.
Dude, it's a great vegetable. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to school for nutrition, and I was like trying to think of titles for the podcast because I had the podcast a long time before I actually started it.
Right.
Why did you give me apple? I'm good.
Apples and broccoli.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, if you give me a
Fuck
sample,
it,
I'm
man.
good.
Eat a I'm sorry, I got the munchies.
Dude, I'll eat an apple with you for sure.
But yeah, so I was trying to think of like not song titles. I was trying to think of titles for it, and I was like going through my medical nutrition therapy book. It is this massive textbook where I'm like scrolling through looking for like diseases and stuff to name it.
And then you're just like, oh shit, broccoli.
I was like, well, broccoli is my favorite vegetable. I was like, B&B, that kind of makes. I was like, broccoli and breakdowns. I was like, fuck it. That's
It is a great name, dude. I think it's
title.
catchy as fuck. Yeah, I love it.
I don't know about that, but I tried.
It's your squat max.
I haven't squat since I messed up my back the last time.
Bench. I'm just fucking with you, really. I don't really,
Care.
I mean, I care. Like,
I don't know.
if you want to talk about this, but I'm just shooting the shit,
Last time I maxed out, something like 300. But
That's heavy.
I don't know when that
That's heavy. I don't bench 300. That's a lot.
I don't bench 300. that was a long time ago.
Oh, word.
I don't even lift heavy anymore. Someone was asking me the other day, I was like, dude, what do you do what's your arm day look like? I'm like, I don't do an arm day.
You're like, I just eat a lot of fucking broccoli, man.
I don't do an arm day.
I just eat my peas and carrots.
I live 4 days a week and half of it's legs. You can't tell because these legs are so small, but
What can you do?
That's funny, man.
what else you guys got to promote? Anything?
I'm gonna promote my new TV show, Tiny Leg Tanner.
I like Tanner.
For fans of Big Mouth.
Airing on.
Dude, I love that show.
Yeah, pretty much sums up what we got going on in the immediate.
Yeah, is that not enough for you? A new album.
So there's a new
show?
album coming. You got more singles coming. You got stuff to follow. There's gonna be other content, playthroughs, other kinds of shit. You guys keep your eyes out. Fucking pre-order the album. Get yourself that merch bundle, dude.
Yeah, it's a sick hat. I
It's
like
a
it lot.
sick fucking hat, dude. That hat is fucking
It's
lit.
killer. Yeah, they do a good job with that.
Where'd you go? Did you go through a company? Or?
Tragic.
Oh, okay. Really?
Label. Yeah.
Really? They got everything set. Dude, that would be so nice. I'm thinking about that'd be so nice.
They got the hookup.
Yeah. Okay, so there is a benefit to a record deal. All right, I gotcha.
There are many benefits. We had to weigh the pros and cons without a doubt, and I think you can get yourself into a bad contract. If anybody remembers like Victory Records, then you can get yourself into a bad situation.
Yeah.
But this is not that. Tragic Hero is a fantastic company.
Shout outs to Tommy, Eric, Liz, Shannon, Randy. You guys are great.
Devin.
If they want to sponsor a podcast,
Keith?
Breakdance.
I'm gonna forget somebody and feel like a jackass.
Yeah, me too. Fuck. Anyway, all of you guys.
I think that's it.
Rose, calm yourself. All right.
Yeah. Let's do. Okay. This is the way we end the podcast.
I'm ready.
We're doing a high five, but we're doing a try five.
Okay, so don't hit your hand in the
No,
bed.
we're gonna do it right here. Come on,
Okay.
don't hit
Let's
me
do
in the
it.
face. Okay, ready?
So we're gonna say broccoli and breakdowns or something?
I mean, we can.
Broccoli and breakdowns! Yeah!